It is really hard to imagine that so many amazing vegan cakes happened this year. But they did, and we are going to take a look at each one month by month, starting off with January of 2023. The first cake of this year was none other than the Raspberry Dream Cake. Layers of fudge brownies were baked into cake pans, and vanilla sponge cake layers too. Each layer was dripping with fresh cran raspberry compote and then vanilla buttercream between each layer. So the inspiration for this one was because, well, January, we all go on diets, right? Well, at least I, for one, cut back dramatically on the dessert intake, since for 2 months before that, I could get a little bit out of control. So I've always said that my best creations come to me when I'm restricting my cake consumption, and this one is no exception. I think I dreamed this one up while I was sleeping, and that's why I named it Raspberry Dream Cake. So this is one dream that became a reality, and I totally ate that whole slice. All right, now this one is quite possibly my favorite creation of the entire year, and it's only February. We are rolling right into Valentine's Day baking, and for me, chocolate-covered cherries are a must. This cake of the same name is what I would call perfection. So perfect, in fact, that it couldn't even stand itself. This one has layers of chocolate cake and cherry cake with cherry buttercream, ganache, and also chocolate buttercream fillings, and then more ganache dripping on top. The chocolate covered cherries are the literal icing on the cake, and you kind of do have to include them, even though it is a bit of extra work to get them all done. It really is a nice touch. All right, now we have St. Patrick's Day approaching, so for March, I thought a beautiful lemon lime cake with woodsy mushrooms and forest decorations to hide that lucky pot of gold. With pound cake layers of lemon cake and fluffy sponge layers of lime cake, this one gets a tart key lime custard and lemon buttercream too. The layers just never stop on this epic cake build. This one is just so fantastic, with a final icing of mossy green colored buttercream and then green cake crumble crunch all over it. The edible mushrooms made out of marshmallows, and then of course a chocolate cauldron filled with gold make this cake really the most amazing St. Patrick's Day cake you'll ever see. Now we are into April, but don't be fooled by this one. This chocolate cream pie cake is going to change your life. Silky chocolate custard and chocolate cake layers with chocolate and vanilla whipped cream too. Cover this cake with ganache, but it is not finished until those little chocolate cream pie cookie cups go on top, filled with more chocolate custard. These little cups are truly amazing all by themselves, but put one on top of each slice and you have yourself a fantastic cake. All right, summer is rolling in and we are going fruity and light with this strawberry lemon lavender cake for the month of May. Lemon pound cake layers with lavender cake syrup, the best jam on earth, combined with some fresh strawberries for the filling, and then lavender infused buttercream for the icing. I made a white chocolate trellis that was a little bit questionable for my fresh pansy garden, but this whole cake came together and it was almost too pretty to eat. Almost, I said. All right, up next, who loves bakery black and white cookies? Well, how about a black and white cookie cake for June? Thick layers of fluffy white cake and chocolate cake, alternating layers of vanilla buttercream and ganache for the filling. Iced with vanilla buttercream, but the best part of this cake is the mini black and white cookie on each slice. Now, July brought an unexpected champion, and that was the Netflix and Chill cake. Inspired by the Ben & Jerry's ice cream of the same name, this peanut butter mousse cake is loaded up with pretzels and brownie bits and creamy, dreamy peanut butter mousse. Peanut butter topping and fudge drizzles. Like, seriously, I am pretty sure I made this cake 4 times in July. That's once a week. That's how good this cake is. All right, pull yourself together. It's August and we are getting fruity again with this hot weather. So get ready for a fresh mango cake. Not only is this cake dripping with fresh mango compote, but the cake layers are also fluffy mango cake. I love this recipe because it's an easy food processor cake method where I'm just whizzing everything up in a food processor and voila, instant fluffy cake layers. A quick stovetop compote, and my favorite recipe for buttercream is spiked up with more mango. This is a mango triple play, and if you haven't tried it, you are going to love it when you do. Wow, I am realizing just how much cake I have eaten this year. Well, why stop now? September is bringing in more easy food processor cakes, and this time it's strawberry. This happens to be one of my most viewed recipes this year, and it's the same concept as the mango cake, but you guessed it, all strawberry. So throw it all into the food processor and then a bit of freeze-dried strawberry for the most amazing strawberry buttercream you've ever tried. Another stovetop compote, and then it's a really easy build. If you haven't noticed, I started going for 2-layer 8-inch cakes for these types of cakes versus my usual 3 layers of 7-inch. I don't know why I do that. I think these style cakes are just like more home style and rustic looking, contrary to my typical bakery cake look. Which size do you prefer? And also, have you made any of these cakes so far? If you have, please comment below and let us know which ones. All right, here we go. October for me brings the start of the holiday baking season. So I thought to bring back my red velvet cake from my past life, only this is a 2023 version. And I even made a half-century cameo on this one with fluffy red velvet layers and my perfect recipe for shelf-stable cream cheese icing. I call it the 222 because that's how you're going to remember it. 2 pounds of vegan butter, 2 pounds of confectioner sugar, and 2 teaspoons of vegan lactic acid for the most authentic tasting cream cheese icing without having to use vegan cream cheese. No refrigeration needed, and it's just so stable and delicious. You're definitely going to want to check out the full video though for how to decorate this masterpiece because it's a bit tedious. All the recipes and the video links are below this video in the description, or just subscribe to my channel and go check out all the playlists and hundreds of videos that I have here for you. All right, now we are getting serious. November brings on full holiday bake mode. We have trained all year for this. What better way to showcase the flavors of the holidays than with a caramelized pear chai cake? Yep, caramelized pears with chai spice, vanilla custard, chai spiced cake layers, and the best refined sugar-free jam on earth. Of course, chai spiced buttercream for the icing. This cake was so perfect with each flavor working together with the next, and so beautiful too with rustic dehydrated pears for decoration. Well, last but definitely the most is the Christmas trifle cake that has been getting so much attention over the last week. What more stunning way to end off the year than with a beautiful vegan trifle cake? Yes, it's literally a trifle, but without the bowl. So I was really challenging myself with this one, and I came out of it with a major score. This cake is luscious with vermouth-soaked vanilla sponge cake, creamy vanilla custard, and of course, more of that fantastic Silda's jam that I've been using all year. A homemade cran raspberry compote for a stunning, vibrant red and tart balance to the rest of the cake. Whipped cream, of course, to finish it off, and let me tell you, this is one cake that I had no trouble finishing off. But that's okay, January 2024 is coming, which means it's diet time. And you know what diet time for me means. I'll be coming up with more of the most fantastic vegan cakes you'll ever see or taste. I do want to thank everyone so much for being here all year. The support that you've shown me is really so amazing. And of course, to all my patrons who've stuck with me, to all the new ones who've joined more recently, it is only because of these folks that I am able to continue buying ingredients so that I can test and then produce these creations so that you all have no fail results every time. If you think you can help for as little as a cup of coffee a month, join my Patreon squad, and all the links are below. All right, everyone, signing off this year of 2023 with gratitude and love. And until next year, happy vegan baking, everyone. Bye for now.